Bullying can feel like an inescapable force, whether in school, at work, or in social situations. It's an experience that leaves people feeling small, powerless, and unsure of how to respond. But the solution isn't about being aggressive or fighting back in the same way. Instead, we can look to nature for an unexpected yet powerful lesson: the pufferfish. This small, unassuming creature has a genius strategy for dealing with threats, one that can teach us a lot about confidence, boundaries, and self-preservation. At first glance, a pufferfish looks like easy prey. It's small, slow-moving, and seemingly defenseless. But the moment a predator approaches, it transforms, inflating into a much larger, spiky version of itself. This sudden expansion isn't just a defense mechanism, it's a statement. It tells predators, "I am not what you think I am. I am bigger, stronger, and more difficult to handle than you expected." And that's the first lesson in handling bullies. Expand your presence. People who bully often seek out those they perceive as weak or passive. They look for signs of insecurity, for people who shrink when confronted. But when you make yourself metaphorically bigger by standing tall, making eye contact, and speaking with certainty, you send a message that you are not an easy target. The pufferfish doesn't just expand, it also covers itself in spikes. These spikes act as a deterrent, making it clear that getting too close will have consequences. In human interactions, this translates to setting firm boundaries. Bullies test limits, seeing how far they can push someone before facing resistance. By confidently stating what you will and won't tolerate, you create an invisible set of spikes around you. Saying, "I don't appreciate that," or "that's not funny to me," in a calm but firm tone, immediately signals that their behavior isn't acceptable. The key is consistency. If you let small offenses slide, bullies will assume they can push further. But when you consistently hold your ground, they begin to realize that pushing you isn't worth the effort. Another fascinating aspect of the pufferfish is its ability to surprise. Predators expect an easy meal, but the transformation catches them off guard, often making them reconsider their attack. This element of surprise is an effective tool in dealing with bullies. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, responses they likely expect, try something unexpected. A well-placed joke, a moment of silence, or an exaggerated look of disinterest can throw them off balance. They feed on emotional reactions, so denying them that satisfaction often takes the wind out of their sails. The goal isn't to engage in their game, but to disrupt it entirely. Pufferfish are also incredibly resilient. Even in the face of repeated threats, they don't give in to fear. They rely on their instincts and trust their defenses. This is a crucial lesson for anyone dealing with bullies. Resilience is key. It's not about winning a single encounter, but about building an inner strength that makes their words and actions less powerful over time. When you internalize the belief that their words don't define you, their power diminishes. Confidence isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about acting with self-assurance despite that fear. And just like the pufferfish, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Perhaps the most inspiring thing about pufferfish is that they don't rely on aggression to defend themselves. They don't chase predators or try to fight them off. They simply change their form in a way that makes confrontation undesirable. This is a powerful reminder that handling bullies isn't about out-yelling or overpowering them. It's about carrying yourself in a way that discourages confrontation in the first place. Sometimes, the best defense is making it clear that engaging with you won't be easy or satisfying. In a world where bullies exist in many forms, whether in person or online, the ability to channel the pufferfish mindset can be a game changer. It teaches us that we don't have to change who we are to be respected. We just need to know how to present ourselves in a way that demands it. Expanding your presence, setting boundaries, using the element of surprise, building resilience, and avoiding unnecessary battles are all strategies that, when combined, create an unshakable foundation of confidence. But there's even more to the pufferfish that we can learn from. They are adaptable creatures, capable of living in different environments. Just like a pufferfish can thrive in various waters, we need to learn how to navigate different social dynamics. Bullies don't always behave the same way, and sometimes their tactics change depending on the situation. Learning to read the environment and adjust accordingly can be a key survival skill. Sometimes being loud and assertive is necessary. Other times, a simple glance or a change in posture can be enough to communicate that you won't tolerate disrespect. The key is to remain flexible in your responses while maintaining your core strength. Another aspect of pufferfish that's worth noting is their patience. They don't inflate at every minor disturbance. They assess the situation and react accordingly. Likewise, when dealing with bullies, it's important to choose your battles wisely. Not every insult, comment, or negative interaction deserves your attention. Learning when to respond and when to walk away is crucial. Some bullies thrive on reaction, and by denying them that, you take away their power. There's strength in restraint, and knowing when to disengage can be just as effective as standing your ground. Beyond their physical abilities, pufferfish are also highly aware of their surroundings. They are observant creatures, constantly taking in information about their environment. This is another lesson in dealing with bullies. Awareness is power. The more you understand the dynamics of a social situation, the more control you have over it. Being aware of who supports you, who challenges you, and who may be neutral allows you to navigate situations with strategy rather than fear. Ultimately, learning from the pufferfish means embracing a mindset of quiet strength. It's about knowing that you don't have to be aggressive to be respected, that you can protect yourself without attacking others, and that standing your ground doesn't mean engaging in unnecessary conflict. Strength isn't about brute force. It's about knowing your worth, setting your boundaries, and presenting yourself in a way that discourages mistreatment before it even begins. So the next time you find yourself facing a bully, remember the pufferfish. Stand tall, set your boundaries, and let them see that you are far more than they expected. Strength isn't about aggression. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to shrink for anyone. The pufferfish doesn't fight, yet it wins every time. And so can you.